Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to edgeTI's channel, integrating a connected intelligence platform to greatly increase operational efficiency. Joining us to discuss, Nick, the Vice President of Products, to give us a brief elevator pitch to the company, broad view of himself, and perhaps some of the people helping him captain the ship. First and foremost, welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you, Kyle. It's great to be here and be able to talk about edgeTI and what we're doing for organizations around the globe.
And it's a pleasure to get you on because obviously this is a topic of choice when it comes to AI software platforms. So let's just dive into this. I mean, with this AI software solutions that you guys can assist basically in industries from government to construction, very broad based. For newer investors, you want to just give us that brief elevator pitch. What's exactly going on under the hood at edgeTI?
Yeah, happy to do that. And I think one of the key things to understand is there's a lot of hype around AI out there, certainly. And the easiest way I can describe what we do and how we're impacting and how we're tied to the what's happening in the AI market is we make AI work. And what folks don't realize is AI is a very, very short word, just being artificial intelligence. It exists in many, many forms, and there are many kind of types. We see it today. Stuff that people use AI to drive cars, stuff that use video cameras to go, oh, that's a dog. So folks that are using now, what's the big buzz the last month has been all about chat GPT and synthesizing language and response between an AI and people based on what they need. So there's lots of many different kinds. And the thing is the kinds of AI that you use depend on the problem that you're trying to solve. So investors should know this, but they might not. But a company, CB Research, has been tracking AI. 11,000 different companies have been funded to over $180 billion over the last 5 years. Trying to pick in your portfolio the right AI company out of that is you'd have better luck in Vegas playing roulette than trying to pick the right winners through that. The interesting thing is most of those projects never even make it to production. And a lot of them never reach the value that you're trying to get out of that. So the interesting fit that we have, and we've been doing this long before AI, we take the old world, the stuff you have today, the technologies that you've been living on for 20 years with all its data. We have the ability to take innovations like AI, innovations like quantum, innovations like cyber, and are able to bring that into operations to make them successful. That's why we're saying today, we make AI work.
Yeah, I definitely like to come back, and we're going to explore that a lot further when we get into the investor presentation. So consider subscribing for that. But let's roll back a little bit here. I mean, you're a veteran and as a product strategy leader, driving exits for Red Creek, Veritech, and more. Kind of what history led up to that aha moment, kind of getting you involved in edgeTI?
So I'm one of the rare folks among the management team that actually was a former customer and lived and worked with the technology for a long time. So I've been involved as a technologist for years, systems engineer for that, moving into helping and driving innovation through R&D teams to get things working. I started working with AI for automated operations in a prior existence and as a customer at CompuCom. And we were looking at the multitude of tools that we had to use. As a service provider, I'm not just touching my infrastructure, I have to touch customer infrastructures as well. So the ability to support customer A, customer B, customer C in different industries, banking, take it medical, healthcare, insurance, whatever that have, even manufacturing across that, they have different needs. So we needed something that was very, very flexible. Looking across all of the wonderful technologies that we have for integration, folks talk about API and this and that for how we connect things. What was missing is how do I connect people to the technology? And searching high and low, we looked at a couple of different technologies and they didn't pan out. They were just too cumbersome. And we came across, and several folks that had recommended, hey, you guys need to check out Edge Technologies and their platform, EdgeCore. We were able to bring it in, apply it to a contract. We were able to answer those needs. The one, hey, here's what's happening in your organization. Be able to then begin to apply AI technologies to them to help determine what's happening, what's the best course of action. And we're able to also bring that into automation. So everything from being able to see, everything from being able to decide and being able to act. So we worked through that. It was in place. This was fun. the CEO Jim one day, he was doing some fresh announcements that they were doing with the product on automation. I go, this is really cool. You know, we should probably work together in the future. And sure enough, just by nature of things happening, I called him about 6 months later. Remember that conversation that we had? And he said, awesome. When can you start? And that's how I came into the organization. Right away, I went to work on what we had. How do we repackage? Our investors wanted to get this thing public, get it out there quick, get it out early, so that we could change the dialogue of folks going like, oh man, I wish I could have been a hold of X insert company that went, you know, crazy, like Netflix. I wish I could have got into Netflix when it was young and got out there. And we wanted to create that environment. It's kind of how we went and how we went the path of going out to the Toronto Exchange, is to come out with an early stage before all the big firms, you know, suck up all of the stock and the stock price pushes up. Give the, you know, the common investor a chance to jump in early, and something that we know that's just going to be absolutely amazing.
I definitely appreciate the passion, and I'll ask you one more quick follow-up here. The people you're working with, who's kind of helping you captain the ship? You want to talk about Jim a little bit, the CEO, or just any insights you can offer from the people around you?
We absolutely have quite a cadre dream team of folks that are out there. Jim Barrett, who's our CEO, he's been working in software and systems integration. He's taken teams that were very, very small in their infancy, run them up to, you know, $20 million, multiple contracts. He's built consortia of partners globally, working around the world. He's now, a lot of that goes with the style of leader that he is. He's one of those. He expects people to perform, and he gives them a lot of rope to get things done. So it fits into our core values. He set the tone, and he's the right leader for this product in this kind of market. So it's a real pleasure to be able to work with Jim. We've now been together, you know, in this relationship almost 3 years now through COVID, through it. So it's really interesting there. On our I would say the folks that are responsible for customer success. John Palmer is a veteran. He's been in the big consulting firms, provided that. He's worked in and out both private industry and government. He's just got that right, smooth, confident mentality that helps customers feel comfortable and basically gets them to their goals and to their products on time. And they're heading up our sales. We've also got Jack Jarman. Jack is a veteran. He worked with actually an early stage product similar to this that didn't have all the automation, didn't have all the AI companies. So he is very familiar with the product and the future direction of where we could go. So he was able to hit the ground running, didn't have to go through that long delay process of how do I get down the road. And also I should mention our CTO, Scott Leslie. He, like me, is an old-time veteran. Used to be a guy sitting in the ops center with eyes on glass 24 hours a day, because we never sleep. And he knows the operational challenges that folks face across cyber operational, tremendously flexible, and gives the best demos of anybody I've ever seen out there. And then to fulfill the team, the latest entrant to our team was Jason James. Jason James is up in Canada. He had fronted up with multiple TSX companies, and being that one being a new public company, also being part of the TSX, we wanted somebody with time and experience relative to address all the things that we need to address coming through that. So it's a heck of a team that's out there, and we have a lot of fun.
Well, on that note, I'm going to pass the question off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you think in that comment section below. Consider subscribing, because as news continues to come down the wire, of course, we're going to update you here. But on that, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.